Hey everybody, Jim here, bringing you yet another Malifaux battle report. With me today is the one and only ManiacalCackle. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm great. Looking forward to our game.
Yeah, we're playing a. So it's been a little bit. The Vassal World Series has wound down, and Malifaux Burns has been released into the wild. So we decided to just, do a random game, not a tournament prep, but to play with some of the new Malifaux Burns content. You'll see the lists and the pool in the description below, along with a link to the um, the resources that we are referencing on Bigger Hat, which, if you're not following Bigger Hat, they are a great resource for the game of Malifaux. My opponent has kindly split his crew and put me in the bottom right corner, and I would like to see where the rogue Necromancy et al. Will be deployed.
Sweet. So this is a McMourning 1 crew, and so I'm bubbling it up a bit to get some poison stacking, which is always uh, a tricky balance
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want to spend too much time dirtling, but you also want to make sure you're like getting the crew set up to really take advantage of all those synergies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I think usually a formation like this works pretty well. Probably Sebastian is happy to run along this one. No, Sebastian was. So I'm
Yeah,
just gonna go with like a bowling pin formation here, and it's back to you.
perfect. Yeah, it is. It is a very. It is a bit tricky, but I do agree. A lot of those models that just make poison happen around them is really what you're looking for. Um, Action free is what I like to call it. You don't spend actions on it. We're gonna put a sly right here. Now, how many games with classic McMourning have you got under your belt?
Oh, it's like 5 of them, maybe. um, After the last World Series, I soloed Molly for pretty much 90% of it, and for all the
Mm-hmm.
games I was taking seriously, 99% of the time I was taking Molly.
Mm-hmm.
And it became clear that certainly one of my weaknesses as a player is like that focus, and particularly the predictability. People generally know what I'm bringing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm wanting to get some proficiency in a wider range of masters.
That is fair. Oh, Nino has from the shadows, so he's not going to deploy just yet. We are going to put Dita right here. We're going to put her enslaved Nephilim buddy right behind her. Buddy being in air quotes there. Um, Frank is going to be ready to. um, we'll put Abuela down here, actually. She can do that. Santiago will be Bash Brothers with his brother. Yeah, I like this.
Excellent. That's roughly what I expected because so the challenge for McMourning here is trying to run across the table to get into melee because all of my stuff is melee based.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and of course, you can shoot me the whole time. So I'm really looking to abuse all this terrain as much as I can. Um, and unfortunately, there's some. I can't ignore terrain while moving, so I either can have safety or I can have fast movement, but I can't have both, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right. Let's go with that.
Okay. Um, we are going to go with what I think might be a controversial pick here with Nino because of his From the Shadows. He's got a 14-inch on his gun, so I can't be super in range to shoot you just yet. And if I go there, you're just going to go around the corner here and hide from me. Or charge me in the face, which would be equally unpleasant. Um, but we're going to start with that, and we're going to see what happens. And I'm actually going to shrink this window like that. Shuffle, 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 and draw my hand. And as attacker, you would have the option to stone for cards if you would like.
No, I'm keeping.
I will also keep. And best of luck to you.
To you as well. Initiative flip. I've got a 4.
I have an 11.
So having a nurse in the crew, I could cheat and then pick it up right away.
You
but
could.
Since you can shoot me to bury it, I don't think I'm going to bother. Your choice.
Well, you know, I think you have so many models that you need to get stuff going. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 models to your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 models. You know what? I'll go ahead and say you can have that first activation.
Awesome. So let's. Little Gas is going to activate. He's going to go. So Horrific Odor's at the end of his activation. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's going to pull my finger, which needs a 5, goes off. Does it again, needs a 5, goes off. And then end this activation. So everyone gains 3 poison except the Little Gasser. Mm-hmm. It's still at 2. That's him done.
Alrighty. We are going to have our friend. We'll go with. Just a quick pause, and we will go with Nino. Nino is going to just take a good old-fashioned repeating rifle shot targeting the rogue Necromancy. Now, I ignore cover and concealment, but I don't ignore your pesky terrifying. So let's take a terrifying test. I don't believe I am passing your terrifying, which is 11. I am a 5, so I require a 6 to pass. Yeesh. Well, we will cheat in a 6. So now I will shoot you. I am stat 5 with a built-in positive against your defense.
At 4, so I have a 15.
Oh,
well,
boy!
That's a hit.
Well, there's my Joker for the turn. I guess we'll go ahead and make that a critical strike, because why not? That's 19 to yours. It'll be on a double negative 16. From hard to wound. Yep. But I have +1 to the damage. Yeah! That is weak of 3.
Oops. And now a key question for me is whether I want to let Rogue Necromancy get shot again. And I'm thinking I don't really want him to get shot again, so I'm going to bedside manner him to this nurse, so he's now out of range of being shot.
That is fair. And I unfortunately got greedy. I don't believe the Kentauroi is in range. I am just out. So, Nino is then going to take a concentrate action and is not going to... Actually, he is not going to take a concentrate action. This is going to be some next level stuff. He's going to drop a scheme marker.
That's exciting.
Nino is done. At the end of his activation, he can discard a card to tell a friendly family model to take an action with Apparel because of his spotter ability. Range doesn't matter. Fortunately, Sly is a valid choice, so I will discard this card so that Sly can take an action. Looking at Ophelia, or not, I'm calling her Ophelia because I was playing Ophelia last night. Sly is going to take a concentrate action out of activation. Now, he does not have Bravado. I mean, one look at his card and you'll see, yeah, he doesn't have Bravado. But he does take the concentrate out of his activation, which Perdita Monster Hunter lets me draw a card when that happens, thanks to her head of the Ortega's ability, and he's within 6 of her. And for those watching, I know it might be a little stilted, but I am naming the abilities because some folks may not have seen the cards yet for this new Perdita. And Nino is done.
Excellent. So, normally here, Zombie Chihuahua would have punched Rogue Necromancy to give him some poison, end his turn, and poisoned the whole crew. But he's quite an important piece, and now that he's exposed, I don't want him to die. So, 1, 2, 3. I think nice thing about Zombie Chihuahua is he's size 1, and so he's just going to hide behind this without being in danger, and it's going to focus. And then Kentauroi is still within the 2 inches, so Kentauroi ends up getting an extra poison. Back to you.
Yes. Yes, that's folks find the shadow rules a little confusing sometimes, but one of the perks of being size 1 is you get to hide in that shadow, and you can actually hide. It's really nice. I would say more, but at this point, I don't think I can stall enough for time. So we're going to go with Abuela. And good old Abuela, she's going to start by interacting and claiming this turf marker for me. There we go. And then she is going to be telling Sly to listen up, youngin. This requires an 8 and gains it's her bonus action. Needs a mask, but gains a mask because she's targeting a friendly family model. That is not currently going off, but I will cheat that for it to go off. He's going to take a non-fast action that doesn't attach upgrades or list a model by name. He'll take Concentrate, so that Monster Hunter will draw me a card. And then she is going to herself Concentrate, and she will be done.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I want to activate Sebastian here. Let's check what so he's got a... Oh, it's Shockwave 1. I thought it was Shockwave 2. That's bad news. Okay, so normally, like, Rogue Necromancy is one of those models that's really important to stack poison on, but I have messed up and I don't get to Shockwave them both. So I'm going to just Shockwave as much of the crew as I can. So Sebastian attempts to Shockwave, goes off. Okay, and it is move 14. So McMourning's going to try. He needs a 9. It's a fail. Penalty is 2 poison, I believe. I'm just double checking the card. Yes. And this really shows like the difference in design now. If this crew was designed today, you would auto-fail these things. So that's the fail on the nurse. Sebastian is next. He gets some poison. The little gasser passes, but that's fine. He doesn't matter. Kentauroi. Wow. Okay, that is like the worst possible use of the red Joker right there. And Corpse Curator. Corpse Curator could cheat to fail. I think I value my cards a little bit too much to do that. And I'm going to do it again. Normally, Sebastian, I used to charge in right away, and I found he died too fast, so I now use him as a backline support piece, which has been far more effective, I think. Unfortunately, he does need that 9, which is why I'm glad I didn't cheat this 5 before for failing. McMourning, that's a fail. Nurse, that's a fail. Sebastian, fail. Little Gasser, fails. Curator, 8 plus his movement is 5, so he's got a 13, but he needed a 14, so that's a fail. And Kentauroi, 8. Unfortunately, he moves 6. He does pass that. So that's both his actions, and I could blood poisoning the Rogue Necromancy back to full health. But I don't think that's really necessary here. So I'm gonna be done.
Okay. I think we'll go ahead and have the Enslaved Nephilim go. Now, the Enslaved Nephilim is going to try and obey Papa Loco, who is going to relent. I will require a 10 of masks here for this to go off. That is not a 10 of masks. So we'll go ahead and we're going to try and do the same thing to... I think we'll do it to... well, no, Sly's already full on focus. So instead, we're going to tell Perdita a frightening reminder, needing a 5. That is not a 5. However, I will cheat in the 6 of tomes and declare preparations. This will push Perdita up to 4 inches away from me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the preparations trigger gives her a focus. And then the Nephilim is just going to go and staying away from the danger, going 1, 2, 3, and not that way because that's severe terrain. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. We'll go there. And we're still in range to bleed on Ophelia. I'm going to call her that every time. On Perdita. There we go. Now the Nephilim is done, and I will draw a card because of a nefarious pact.
Excellent. Now I have to make some activation order decisions because now it's starting to actually get tricky. So I have to decide if McMourning is a support or an attacker this game. Turn 1. And also, that Rogue Necromancy's positioning is just so awkward. And normally I'd want to get a higher card with a nurse, but I'm going to grab this 8 of Rams. I'm going to discard it right back for the nurse's tools for the job. And then she's going to attempt to heal the Rogue Necromancy. Needs a 4. And that goes off. Oh, with the mass trigger even.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm going to declare them. This would be really good, except I'll just end up pushing it into severe terrain, which is unfortunate because McMourning's in the way. And I don't really want to put him deep into severe terrain, so I'm going to declare the ram trigger instead, which I have from Tools for the Job, which heals him for 1. I guess that's okay. Because he's now not gets nope. What is it? Shifty for shielded. Okay. And normally the nurse would want to do more with her activation, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm just going to get her in position that she can go interact with this next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly. There we go. Back to you.
All right. I think we're going to see. All right. He can't get there just yet. So I guess we're going to go ahead and have... I think we'll go with Perdita now. For Perdita's first trick, she's going to use her intuition, which she has on the front of her card, and I will totally remember. 1, da-da, and da-da. Okay. Those are cards. Look at her stuff. All right. She is going to first trick shoot. I'm sorry, she's going to put these back in the order that they're supposed to go in. That order. That order. That order. There we go. So she's going to start with her on-the-job training ability. This requires a 7 of Rams and it summons a Pistolero de Latigo within range 6, and they get a specialty upgrade. I have 4 Pistolero de Latigos down here named the upgrade that they get. And I'll read for you which one I get when I get it. Oh no, I fail. So I will cheat in the card I need to pass. And we are going to go for the... Where are you? Okay, we're going to go for the Hag Hunter. So the one that's designed to hunt after... What's her name? Zoraida. When it comes in, it gains slow and shielded 1. And until the end phase, friendly family models within Aura 2 have concealment. So it's low bubble of concealment right there. All the upgrades give the Expert Hunter ability, where if that Pistolero kills one of your models, it turns into a Monster Hunter with the same upgrade. And the Quick Lesson ability, which is a 2-inch aura to give it +1 to the final duel total and 1 any suit to duel totals as long as I'm within 2 of a friendly family model. The special thing Hag Hunter gives is an aura of 6 that prevents family models from taking actions outside of activation that they don't want to take. So no offensive obeys. Not as useful, but hey.
Actually, the nurse has an offensive obey if you have poison.
Ah, well, not going to be around the Hag Hunter, she won't. Next, we'll go ahead and use Trick Shot. This is going to target Papa Loco, who's not in concealment, and he is going to relent. This requires a 6 to go off. Oh my gosh, it goes off. I push Papa Loco up to 3 inches. If he were an enemy model, he'd get stunned at this point. There's a bunch of triggers, but I'm not going to declare any of them. My next trick is going to be pulling up my thing there. I am going to take a good old-fashioned walk action. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, she does have bravado, so instead of a walk action, we're going to rewind. We're going to concentrate, gaining a focus, and we're going to bravado towards the nurse. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was 2 action. That's 3 actions. I have a bonus. I will do her Protector Aura, or Protector ability. 12-inch pulse does not require line of sight. Friendly family models in range gain shielded. So everyone gets shielded. Not Abuela, she's hiding behind Sly, but you get the point. And then she will go ahead and choose to do her A por L, targeting Papa. She'll go ahead and discard this card, which allows her to have him take a concentrate action. He will also go towards the Rogue Necro in his line of sight. He's still in concealment. He concentrated outside of activation. I draw a card. That was a lot, but that is Perdita.
Okay, so I gained a pass token from your summon, and so you've got Papa Loco, Hag Hunter, Sly, Santiago, and Francisco. So I'm going to, winning activation next turn is pretty important. I'm going to pass and go back to you.
Okay. We are going to have Papa go. Papa is going to take a walk, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he is going to double check his card. See, that was an excellent example of not watching your placement, because I blocked his easy access between Perdita and the rock. So folks watching at home, don't do that. But I still have room to do what I want to do. He is going to throw dynamite. This is a shockwave. It requires a 6 to go off, and it does with the Cataclysm trigger. He drops a second shockwave marker. This is a shockwave 2, move 13, damage 3 effect. I'll drop it on top of that thing, hitting the Kentauroi and the zombie Chihuahua. And the second one is only still going to hit the Chihuahua, unfortunately. So Chihuahua and Kentauroi, please take move 13 or suffer 3 damage.
Okay, so the Chihuahua really doesn't want to fail this, so he's going to go first. Because oh my goodness!
No.
Okay, well he's dead. That's hilarious. And so the logic for going first, though, is you always want to do the ones you think you might cheat first because it gives you more information. Well, this is another reason I like Sebastian in this crew is I really like blood poisoning. I think it's the foundation of the crew, and Chihuahua dies a bit too easily. So this is the Kentauroi who passes with flying colors.
Of course. All right. So that's Papa. And Papa is now going to go ahead and he is not he'll go ahead and he'll blow it to hell. This requires a 6 to go off. It doesn't, that's fine. And he's not going to op or L. He is done.
Okay, so I'm going to activate McMourning. Up until now, I've always played McMourning as like last activation. You get him in there, you get him to start punching stuff, and you try to win that game that way. I have found I tend to overextend myself a bit that way, so I'm being more crew conscious with him. And so what I'm experimenting with now is a more supporting role on turn 1, transferring to a killing role on current turn 2. So the tough decision for me here is, do I rancid transplant to the rogue Necromancy? Because he really needs that poison if he's going to survive to like turn 3 or 4. Or do I do it to the Corpse Curator? And the answer is, well, I brought the Corpse Curator to experiment with poison bombing, so I'm doing it to the Curator.
That makes sense.
McMourning's going to try to rancid transplant from Sebastian to the Curator. I need a 0 or higher. See, this is where I would have liked the Black Joker. That would have been nice. Okay, so Curator gains Injured 1, gains 2 poison, and then gains 9 poison from Sebastian. So he's now at 18, which I'm marking on the... Oops, that's health. Which I'm marking on the right there. Control W gets him down. And Sebastian goes back to 0 poison. I would do a second rancid transplant to get the rogue Necromancy into the game, but I think there's a lot to be said for getting McMourning into the game. So I think I want to climb up on top of this, noting that this placement would not be legal for the Vassal World Series. But are we happy with that placement here?
We are.
Okay. And so even if he takes 2 actions, he can't actually get to Papa Loco anyway. So if he climbs up here, he's got an AP left, which he can't abuse you too hard. So he is going to rancid transplant from the Little Gasser, who is just a support unit anyway, to the Rogue Necromancy. Shockingly, that goes off. So he loses 4. Rogue Necromancy gains 2 poison, gains an injured, and then gains 4 more. So we just copy him over here to the 10 poison stack. And back to you.
All right. I think what we're going to do is...
Oh, wait, sorry. No, I do have my bonus. Which,
you do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. So I'll just push the Rogue Necromancy 4 inches with Doctor's Orders. Well, it's not even push. I think it's move. But okay, here we go.
Okay. So I think what we have to do here is it looks like we're going to have to find a way to help out Papa, because he's in a bit of trouble. He's in a spot of trouble. Because I put him too far up, and I kept Perdita next to him, because I'm figuring things out. But I think this is an interesting opportunity to have... I'm going to have to go into the think tank for 2 seconds. Because... yeah. That's not terribly useful. And you have a big, scary rogue necromancy. I
With
think
defense 3.
defense 3 rogue necromancy, no less.
Yeah, that injured is rough.
It is. I think I am going to. I think we're going to have. Speaking of injured being rough and me not wanting to lose Papa to things, I'll activate the Hag Hunter. They're going to ping a shielded off to go fast with Reckless. They are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hang out here next to Papa. And they'll go ahead and they'll just take a shot. You've got cover on the Rogue Necromancy, but I get +1 to my stat, and I get a built-in suit, and I'm going to choose to give it a ram.
I'm not actually within 1 inch of the terrain, so I don't think I have cover.
Well, that's a benefit for me. However, the turf markers they're blocking, so they are not the concealy kind of markers. So we'll go ahead and small gauge revolver, which is 10 inches. Do I even have range? I do not have range, so that was all moot. We will go ahead, we'll concentrate, and we'll bravado up to like here. Will we? Yeah, I think we will. Okay. That'll be us.
Okay. So far what we have here is we have these 2 flank paths where activation order matters. So on the top flank, almost everything's activated. I would feel pretty comfortable throwing the Rogue Necromancy in here to attack, except Francisco is actually quite mobile, and by staying late to delay, he can choose to either commit to the left flank or the right flank. So he's kind of putting pressure on me on both routes. And I would feel pretty comfortable tanking him with Rogue Necromancy, what with the shielded and the healing at end of turn. But he does have injured, putting him down to defense 3.
Yeah.
That said, what's his gun range on Francisco?
Francisco's gun is a 12-inch custom Peacebringer.
Okay, so he could do something like focus, waltz up, and shoot me. But focus is pretty good against me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the Kentauroi, because this keeps up my own threat, because the Corpse Curator's big ol' poison splash at the end of the turn could kill someone in base contact with him potentially. So I'm going to do Ride With Me on the Curator.
Okay.
Pretty sure that goes off. Yeah, he is a 6. And Kentauroi, unlike all other horse-looking things in the game, are not unimpeded. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I have to decide how aggressively I want to position the Curator. And I think the answer is not very, because I would rather come pick up this turf war marker and get a bit of cover in the process. Just feels a whole lot better. So actually, I could put the Curator on this side, but he will be shot to death. He's a bit of an asset, so I'm going to just put him a little bit farther back to make you work for that. So that's Ride With Me, Walk, and Interact to claim this marker.
A solid choice. I don't want to go with Frank yet, and I blocked in Santiago, so I'm going to have to go with Sly, I think. So when Sly activates, he is within 2 inches of the edge of the board or a piece of impassable terrain, the turf marker. So he has escape plan. He goes 2 inches. Doot. He is going to then walk 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And he is going to look at his card. He is going to opt to he is going to opt to take the false claim action. This, for him, requires only a 6. And he gets a 9. And a trigger. Unfortunately, I am not in range to declare the trigger. So we are going to simply drop a pair of scheme markers right there. At the end of the turn, I must remove a scheme marker. I do not have a relevant bonus action, so he will be done.
His alarm is going off, so I'll be back in just one moment.
All right, we'll pause the recording. All right, and we're back. And where were we?
Oh, it's my activation. I think
Yes.
you just did Y, I think.
I did.
So this is where making me go first is really paying off. Now I have to advance something up the board, despite being in range of those shots. So I think... Oh, and Papa Loco's got shielded, which is really good counter to what I want to do. But I think I'm going to take this safe route with the Rogue Necromancy. It's going to ambush forward, but you can give it up to 3. So I'm checking, can I ambush to a point that I'm in charge range for next turn? I cannot. So instead, I'm going to just ambush somewhere where I'm within range of my attack. And really far from Francisco, so I'm set up well for that. I've had Rogue Necromancy get beat up by Francisco before. So that was my bonus, which allows me to focus and blast Papa Loco with my projectile vomit,
All
which
right.
is
I
one
will
of
be...
my best.
I'm sorry. Yes, projectile vomit's amazing. I will be lowering my focus defensively, and I am still in concealment, so you'll be on a straight flip for this puke.
Makes sense. Oh, because you have the monster hunt, the hag hunter's giving the concealment?
Yes.
Cool.
Where is your card, Papa? I am move 5, so I am at a 16.
I'm going to cheat to a 17.
A 17? Well, unfortunately, you are going to hit.
And that's going to be a straight flip because I focused, I believe.
It is.
And so one thing to note here, of course, is projectile vomit doesn't actually do anything to model with shielded, which is really annoying. But the Rogue Necromancy does have a built-in trigger, which I'm going to use to suffer up to 2 damage. I'm going to suffer 1, and I will do an additional 1 damage to the main target.
Yep.
So that's a straight flip, I believe, is what we said. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I wanted to keep this one last card, but I'm going to cheat it for that moderate damage, which is a double blast, which I'm pretty sure is not enough to reach more than anything here. So that's going to do negate Papa's shielded and do 1 to him. It'll negate the Hag Hunter shielded, and it will do 1 to Perdita, which you may stone if you wish.
I think I will, because distracted and poison is a pretty potent combination. However, Papa gets distracted and poison, and there is no poison and distracted on Perdita. Although I guess she had focus to burn, but I did the flip. That's a good thought process to consider next time.
Yeah, it depends if you're going to activate her early and make use of that focus, I guess. And that is the Rogue Necromancy done.
Okay.
Oh, but so Perdita should still be on 13 life, which I'll just take her up there.
Well, I do in fact have a Francisco to go. You have a Corpse Curator to go, and I think you expertly kept him away from 12 inches on Francisco. So what we're going to do is activate Frank. Frank is going to... First off, he's going to do his finesse bonus action. He just has... he has Serene Countenance against melee, basically. And I'm going to use the this symbol, the no healing symbol for it, because it looks cool. And then we're going to take a walk. Why are we taking a walk? We're the Ortegas. We're going to bravado. And we're going to bravado towards the Curator.
that's set up perfectly so you just don't hit the
Mm-hmm.
the terrain there. Very unfortunate.
I appreciate you doing that. Um, now, the Curator, remind me, is it hard to kill?
No, it is defense 5 and armor 1.
Defense 5, armor 1 with 6 wounds. I'd have to do 7 damage to you. So, let's see if we can. We're going to spend our focus to shoot you with our custom Peacebringer, and we're going to Soulstone for a ram.
Very unfortunate.
Bang, bang.
Wow, that's a fortunate flip. I've got an 18.
I am currently sitting at a 17, so I am going to cheat in the 12 of rams to go to an 18 as well.
Okay, so that's a double minus to a single minus.
A single minus.
And am I hard to wound? Oh, no, I'm not hard to wound. So yeah, single minus. At least you can't wrench. Okay.
There it is. Almost had it. So that's 4 damage.
1, 2, 3 damage, and armor 1 negates the other.
Yep. And that is going to be Frank.
Okay,
actually,
so...
I'm sorry, that is not going to be Frank. Frank is going to use Op or L. He's going to discard a card. Santiago is going to concentrate and move up. 1, 2, 3. Bravado as well.
Can he see the Corpse Curator? I don't know.
I think he can see the size 3 Kentauroi.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep, wait, no, I'm on a height 3 hill.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but so is Francisco?
Right, but Frank is height 2 on a height 1 hill. Is it height 1 or height 2?
It's 1 for this portion and height 2.
Yeah, so basically, because the Kentauroi is only height 3, I don't think I see him through the trees. So you are correct. If it's all right, I'll take that card back. So I did discard it. And we're going to... Actually, let's rewind time. Doop, 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 doop. Pull a Terra. Boop. So yes, now Frank is totally actually done.
Okay, Corpse Curator, again, really, the big thing he offers to the table is Ret, so I am going to move him somewhere that he can't be seen, because I just want him having that constant threat of, if you end your turn near him, he will just blast you for 10 damage or whatever. And he's going to focus, and then he has a really nifty bonus action, which I'm going to try. Ooh, 13 with the Crow trigger. That is exactly the trigger I wanted. So everyone nearby gets poison. It has another really amazing effect, which is until the end phase, enemy models within range with poison are never treated as engaging friendly models, and that's kind of a don't mind me effect in addition to charges, etc., which is something the Rezzers did not have previously, and it's now very exciting to have that. The trigger gives me this toxic sludge marker, which the Corpse Curator is standing in a hazardous terrain for part of its action, so it's going to gain 1 more poison. And actually, I should have done that before I focused if I was smart, but that's why I'm learning the crew.
I will be happy to say that you could have sequenced it because there's no card flip involved in focusing.
Jeez, very kind of you. So Corpse Curator now has 20 poison, which I've marked on the side there. The only thing I don't like about this system is that looking at Corpse Curator over here on the left, it's not obvious that he has 20 poison on him. Maybe I'm going to put a green aura on anybody that has a mega poison stack, so like you can, those are the hyper poison models. That
is appreciated.
Back to you.
All right. Well, all I have is Santiago, and you have a pass token, so good old Santiago is going to activate. He is going to... Well, I guess he can see the Necromancy. So I guess we'll just... I actually kind of hate that play. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to walk first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we will bravado towards the Rogue Necromancy. And Santiago costs 8. Papa costs 7. there's a gap between the Hunter and Papa. So Santiago is going to end his activation. He's going to Aporel for Papa. Papa is going to concentrate and bravado towards the Rogue Necro. 1, 2, 3, 4. And draw a card from Perdita because he was concentrating outside of activation. And that is my turn. End of turn. You are the active player, so do you have any effects you would like to resolve?
Corpse Curator takes 7 damage from poison, which turns into healing. And so he was at 20. He's now at 17 poison because he loses 3 poison at the end of turn. 1 from regular losing and 1 from everything else. And he loses his injured. Kentauroi goes down to poison. These 2 over here don't have poison. Nurse goes down to poison. McMourning goes down to poison. Necromancy takes, I believe, 4 damage, which turns to healing. And he loses his shielded and his injured. And he loses 1 poison.
Papa will take 2 damage because of Catalyst, which is 6 inches or 3 inches?
Catalyst is if he starts his activation within 3 inches, so it's only 1 damage.
Oh, I'm thinking blood poisoning.
Blood poisoning.
Also, I have Distracted on me, so I actually don't have Focus and Distracted. I have neither because of how Focus changed with Distracted. And Santiago has a Deadly Pursuit, so his Deadly Pursuit is going to just take him 1, 2, 3-ish to there. And I think we're ready for turn 2.
Excellent. Shuffle my deck a bunch.
I'm going to discard that card.
I'm stoning for cards.
Okay. I think I will also opt to stone for cards. That can go away, and that can go away.
And initiative flip.
Initiative. You have a +1.
No, I used my pass token.
Oh, you did. I am at a 6. Would you like to cheat?
No. This crew's not as liberal with its cards as Molly is, so I think I'll give the choice to you.
Alrighty. Hag Hunter no longer has his aura of concealment. Well, I will opt to go first. You have a pass token now. You have a couple pass tokens, actually. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 models.
And you have 9, I think.
Yeah, so 2 pass tokens. I can't actually charge your Rogue Necro with Papa because, well, I can, but your buddy has what's it called? Terrifying.
Side manners? Oh, terrifying. Yeah.
Terrifying. So you are going to be hard for me to hit with my willpower 3. And let's see. Sorry, I know I'm taking a minute here with these.
That's all right. Especially if you're thinking out loud, it's great.
Yeah, tell you inner secrets of all my plans. I actually prefer thinking out loud for stuff like this.
Yeah, for the recording, it's great.
I think that's actually not a bad idea. Just have Perdita do her thing. I won't be able to peel off conditions this turn, but stun is a rude condition to hand out when I target move. Well, your nurse could remove it. That's a true statement. I can't see either of those friends. Well, I can, but only really Nino, and he's too far away to do it. So Papa's the most likely going to die, and where he is right now, he's not going to hurt anyone but you. Shockwave 2. I can toss it so it hits 3 of your models. So yes, Papa will activate. Papa is going to throw dynamite, needing a 6. Aw, Papa! we'll go ahead and we'll cheat this in for the blown back trigger, which will push you 3 inches away from where the shockwave marker goes. So we'll put it where it is. McMourning, Gasser, and Sebastian have to take a TN 13 move duel or suffer 3 damage and get pushed 3 inches away from the marker.
Sebastian passes. Little Gasser. Yeah, that seems good. And go ahead and push him.
All right. We'll go... Whoop. That way.
And that pushes him away from flipping this turf war marker and towards flipping this turf war marker, which is definitely a factor. And McMourning, he's currently failing, and I have to consider, do I want the extra boost into the middle of your crew is actually potentially good for me. But 3 damage is a lot. Mm-hmm. What is it at 13?
It's a 13.
I think I'll just take it and I'll stone it.
Okay.
So I take no damage. Is it models damaged by this get pushed?
Models damaged by this, yes.
So I don't even get the push. Okay.
Well, I like that so much. Let's try it again. Papa will need a 6. He gets it with the Cataclysm this time. So this time I'll hit Sebastian and McMourning. Actually, and I'll hit... Can I hit these 3? I think I can hit all 3 there. And that's within 8 of Papa. And the other one, we'll go ahead and drop. Cannot hit both of them, so we'll hit the nurse. The rogue necro is going to heal up the wounds, but the nurse would have to focus on herself to heal if she wants to recover.
Seems quite reasonable. So nurse, 14 passes. Rogue necromancy. Black Joker. Well, he's just going to take the damage.
Rogue Necro wasn't in range. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so that would have been
Sebastian or you pick. You had your order.
The problem was I didn't quite have it in mind, but I probably would have done McMourning next because he's the one I most wanted to know if I was going to cheat, which is unfortunate because I think now I'm going to just take the damage, because McMourning does like to coast on having a little bit of damage marked on him, because then he can heal it up. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. Sebastian, 7 plus 5 is a 12?
Yep.
And he has no poison to work with, but I think he's just going to take the damage. Oh, this is an insane activation. Little Gasser passes.
Good old Little Gasser. And then, last but not least, we'll go ahead and blow it to heck. And we don't blow it to heck a second time. Papa is done. He is going to discard a card to Aporel. He's going to Aporel into the Hag Hunter, who's going to concentrate towards the Kentauroi.
Well, I don't think he can see through that forest, so I'm not sure he can see you.
He cannot. Okay. So in that case, he is still going to do that. I just won't. I'll bravado. Can I go in an angle like this? I can't because there's a thing in the way. So I'll just bonk into the strategy marker, concentrate, and draw a card from Perdita. That's Papa.
Very nice. Okay, so now I'm looking to tie up your crew. Oops. And with Rogue Necromancy, you pretty much always want a position just in case you manage to get your Pouncing Strike trigger.
Right.
Because it is devastatingly strong if it goes off.
Oh, quick apology. At the end of the turn, Sly did I was supposed to remove a scheme marker because Sly did false claim.
Go ahead.
I'll take away the one that Nino dropped.
Cool. Does feel a bit rough, but I mean the Rogue Necromancy is kind of meant to tank, so let's just see how this goes. As long as he stays within that should be fine. Okay, so he's gonna charge Papa Loco.
Yeah, get it.
I'm gonna flip 2 cards.
I have a 14 defense.
I have an 18.
I will not cheat.
Okay. I'm going to cheat to a 15 with the pouncing strike trigger.
Sounds good.
Um,
So that's,
and so that's a single neg, which is 3 damage.
he will take 3.
And then I'm going to leap over here, probably in base contact with the turf war marker. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And then it also just blocks tons of line of sight for everything. And he takes his free attack against your Hag Hunter.
The Hag Hunter will spend focus defensively.
Makes sense to me. I've got a 15.
I am currently at a... This is an excellent question. I am currently at a 15. However, hey, quick lesson. When this model is within 2 of another friendly family model, it receives a +1 to any one suit to its dual totals.
Yeah,
so I'm
that's
technically at a 16.
Yep. So I could cheat if I want. I don't want. So let's now take another attack against this Hag Hunter.
I will spend focus a second time.
Cool. This time I've got 16 with the pouncing strike.
This time I have a 17.
Oh, that's so annoying. Always beating me because of that upgrade.
It's that training. Quick lesson, rather.
I think it's reasonable for me to cheat 17 pouncing strike here. You either lose a high card or...
I think it's fair. You have gotten your pouncing strike.
Cool. So the first is the damage flip. That's a weak of 3. I was really hoping for double moderates there. And then I like... The problem is, if I stay here, I get to tie you up and say no shooting for you, which just seems really good. But then Rogue Necromancy is kind of out of range of being supported. And I think I'd rather just run him back a bit. And plus, Papa Loco I may actually just kill here, which would be...
That is true.
Excellent. So...
Now, if you do, fair is fair. He does have Demise Explosive 3, so he will do 3 damage to you if he dies.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so I don't have actually very good ranged options. I do like being here because it lets me go to the turf war marker.
You still have it ambushed, so if you kill him and you live, you can... Well, you will live because you have more than 3 wounds. You could ambush onto the turf marker, so that's valid.
Yeah, let's go here. I'll attack Papa Loco.
All right.
Wow, okay.
You will. I'm not cheating. I'm at a 6.
So that's a positive flip, I assume. Weak of 3.
Well, he only has 3, so he will die. He doesn't flip anything because he's on your side of the board, and you'll take 3 damage.
And I gain 2 from discarding in a moment, which I'm going to do here. I've just marked the damage already.
Yep.
So yeah, let's get...
And
is that really one I want to be?
He does not leave any markers when he dies. Excuse me.
Cool. You go.
Well, I think I have to kill your Necro at this point. Even though I don't like going after models that have already activated. If I don't, you're just going to get him back up to full. And that's just... I have to take the opportunity. You are hard to kill as well, which is a big deal. Which means I kind of have to go with Perdita.
Makes sense to me.
She's got the 3 AP. She's got Willpower 7. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be her. So she is going to... First things first, she's going to do her bonus action to give my entire crew shielded. Except for herself, because it's a pulse. Then... You have cover currently because of where you are.
Yeah, that's why I got real tight in there to force you to come out real far if you wanted to not get cover.
Which is what I'm going to have to do. We're going to declare a charge because I do have Gunfighter.
Oh, and then cover, won't apply. Makes sense.
Yeah. Does get me into your engagement range. 1, 2, 3. So we'll go there. So we'll go there. We're on your side of the board is the intent, so I'm not... If you kill Perdita, I don't flip my own marker.
Makes sense.
And we're going to stone... Or not stone. We're going to lower focus to do a shot... Oh, before we do the lower
Terrifying
focus,
first.
Terrifying. Willpower 7, Terrifying 11. I need a 4.
Ah, it is your turn to fail by 1.
Yes. There we go. Now I will lower focus and custom Peace Bringer. Stat 6 against your defense.
Oh my goodness, that's bad news, Bears. So I've got a 10.
We have a 20. 10 to 20.
So it's a straight to a positive to a straight again.
Yep. We are going to declare that's a crow to start, which is silver bullets. When resolving and until the end phase, the target cannot heal.
Okay, yep.
That's that, but we're going to go ahead and cheat to moderate to do 4 damage.
Cool. So it's going to go to hard to kill.
Yep. And we're going to try and shoot you a second time. Terrifying. Oh, my word. Well, we'll cheat that in because I need to do it. And we're going to spend focus. Bang, bang.
17.
You would, wouldn't you? Well, no, nothing to it. We'll go ahead and we'll cheat this in, and we'll go to 18, and we will declare the stagger trigger. So if I black Joker, you're at least staggered.
Reasonable.
Negative goes to straight, goes to negative. But not black Joker. That is a dead rogue necro.
Oh, unfortunately, I did position him such that he turns this off. Very nicely done.
Whew. I'm getting the shivers right now. So McMourning, you are going to be our last AP target. We're going to trick shoot you. This is stat 6 against your move.
15.
All right, I am currently at 11. So we're going to cheat in to a 18.
Yep, you can have it.
And we will declare family values. And so this lets a friendly family model within 6 draw a card or take the concentrate action. They're going to choose to have... I'm going to have Nino concentrate because it lets me draw a card with head of the Ortegas. So I get both. I'm not going to bravado closer to you. And the actual effect of trick shot is move you 3 and stun you. So I'm going to move you 1, 2, 3. And you're stunned.
Seems quite reasonable.
And then at the end of her activation, she will A pour L. She is going to discard a card to let a friendly model within range take an action. I will let Santiago take the action because Nino's already concentrated this activation. Santiago is going to concentrate. Oh, wait, no, I can't see him because of the aura. So it's going to be the Hag Hunter who'll concentrate, and that'll draw me a card. So get hopefully a better card than that 4 of Masks. She is done. I will tell you immediately right now, feels a lot better than the past Perdita games that I've played.
Yeah, she's pretty great in this form. Let's see. That's tempting. So I want to activate the nurse to grab that 10 because this is a decent card. Get her out of the way. But if I do that, Nino. Oh, you still won't be in range to actually shoot me if I do that. Although this crew does seem to have a lot of positioning shenanigans that I don't understand, so I don't think I want to do that necessarily just yet. There's an argument to have McMourning run in and kill the Hag Hunter to establish activation control, but then he has to tank your entire team for a while, which I don't really like. There's certainly an argument. Let's see. Can I place this such that Oh yeah, so I can hit everyone with shockwaves. So I think there's an argument that I just activate Sebastian and play a bit of supports more. Um, or I could summon a Canine Remains, which flips turf 4 markers really easily. Um,
For me.
yeah, for you. So that's like, it's not really accomplishing anything that I want to be doing with the game. So I'll just attempt to shockwave with him.
Mhm.
Um, that goes off. So Sebastian fails. McMourning, 13 is just shy. So
Hmm.
he can join the club. Um, whoops, I selected both of them at once somehow.
It
Okay.
happens.
So he's still stunned. He gained what? Oh, so he just hit 10 exactly, didn't
Mhm.
he? Okay, so marker is green. Um, little guesser attempts, fails. That's what we like to see. I'm going to blood poisoning the caster now. Goes off. Loses his stuff, but he heals 2 life. Then
Mhm.
I'm going to shockwave again. Goes off. Sebastian fails. McMourning 7+5 fails. All 3 fail. So that's
Oof.
2 more poison for each. Um, back to you.
That is a healthy McMourning. We're going to enslave Nephilim. Nephilim's just going to try and obey the Hag Hunter who will relent. Not this, not what I needed. We're going to try obey Sly, who's going to relent. Not the 10 I need. Oh, man. Enslaved Nephilim's going to then try and push Sly with a frightening reminder. And I'll get the trigger, but Sly already has maximum focus. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Nephilim is done and has Nefarious Pact. And
Oh, that's pretty good.
yeah, bit more card draw.
Um, for my activation, can Nino kill? Oh, Nino has crit shot strike, doesn't he?
Does he have Crit Strike? I think he does. He is a guild model with a name. Yes, he has Crit Strike, Family Values, and Quick Reflexes. The only one built in is Family Values, and he is stat 5.
Okay, so Little Gas is just going to double walk to cover this turf 4 marker.
Okay.
So now he's got concealing, he's got cover.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like quite so prone to instantly dying.
That's fair.
Although, 1 second, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I can actually do it so that I step into poison once. So I step into poison and then walk away. So I end up with 2 more poison as well.
That's smart. Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, because McMourning's all about like incremental value, making sure you get the most out of everything. So, your go.
And I
Oh,
think
sorry.
I think that's a really good point about the sludge markers too, especially with McMourning 1, because you can really amp up poison with hazardous poison.
Yeah, it does make a really big difference. So Curator adds a ton to McMourning 1.
Yeah. I am going to go ahead and have my Hag Hunter activate before you flip my turf marker. And we're going to be controversial. We're going to take a point of damage from Reckless to go fast, which the shielded will eat. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you can go after him, but I think that takes McMourning out of the game for most of the game.
Yeah, so this was a really good play for 2 reasons. One, I really wanted to kill that Hag Hunter before it activated to secure activation control.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, while this signals breakthrough really hard, it does just make life really hard for me to actually go do anything about breakthrough.
Mm-hmm.
So that's rough. Now that I really wanted to kill that model at some point, but I can't easily kill any other unactivated models, so I'm going to start passing here.
Okay.
Because I just want to see the board develop some more.
That's fair. We're going to have, I think... See, right now, the biggest threat and remaining thing are these guys down here. I don't want Frank to go too much so he can respond. Santiago's same way. Abuela needs to sit here if you do kill one of them for the time being. So I think it's a Nino. Nino is going to put up his aura of gun, his gun aura, and he's going to go 1, 2, just to the edge. I think he can draw a line of sight to McMourning from here.
Yep, concealing and cover, but you said he ignores both those things.
He does. He is a sharp shooter. So he's going to go ahead and take a shot at McMourning, and we will, in fact, spend focus. So I get 3 cards to your 1. Boop. And I black Joker.
Cool. And I have an 18 anyway.
So that will fail. At the end of his activation, he is going to discard a card.
This Perdita is just so good with the card cycling. Like, you get really good card quality and a lot out of her.
I say that, however... So my understanding for auras is that, for example... Perdita's aura says, after a friendly family model within aura 6 takes the concentrate action, outside its activation, draw a card. If I were to tell, say, a model that could... actually, it's a moot point because none of the models outside of her aura can bravado into it, and Santiago's too expensive to get the upgrade, to get the focus. And I can't tell Perdita to do it. So I'm not going to discard a card for Op-L. But the big question becomes, like, if I Op-L and it ends in the aura, does it still resolve? Actually, I don't think so, because it's after you take the... Bravado's a push after you take the concentrate.
Yeah, and I think it's after you take the action is like...
Yeah.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
So, okay. That's Nino.
Okay, Nurse now can freely walk forward, and there's a 12 on top of my deck, so that's just like the dream right there. Everything you want. She was considering going and healing McMourning, and actually this is a good point. So I can go wipe the stunned off McMourning, and he's a lot better when he's not stunned. It's true. Or I can claim this Turf 4 marker. And get my my point. One thing I have been experimenting with lately is just kind of skipping turf war early and getting more of a control on the game. So maybe I'm going to try this. Oh no, well, can she? So first off, that's 1 inch to move half an inch this way. Then 2 inches. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She probably just wants to be right up with him, so she's got maximum cover and concealment. And if she does this, it's a bit risky, but that's all right. Okay, so I'll attempt to heal McMourning, adding mass. That's not good enough, which is really, really awkward, but this is good enough. So that's the focus trigger as well. So I heal him for 2, remove stun. Oops, that's not removing stun. And he gains focus, because nurses are just incredible models.
They really are.
And it's your activation.
Okay.
Oh, I still have a pass token as well. Oh, but I want to use that both, yeah.
Yeah, I think we are going to have Abuela go at this point. And she is going to take a piddly walk of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she'll go again. 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. And she'll try her bonus action, Listen Up Youngin' on Nino. This is going to need an 8 to go off. It does not go off, but I will cheat this in for it to do so. He is going to take a concentrate action. and that will draw me a card because he did it outside of his activation. Abuela does have up or L, but there is no one in range I care to do that for, so she is done.
Excellent. I'll use my pass token.
Alrighty. What to do? What to do? I think... Classic McMourning has a pretty good... He's got willpower 5. Okay, so he's actually a defense 6. I forgot about that. I currently cannot see your corpse curator. I can see your little gasser. Little gassers are hard to wound.
They're pretty easy to kill, but so it might not be.
They're not hard to wound.
It's because they're just like inflated gas sacks, so like you poke a hole in them and they explode.
Yeah. Actually, I do think we are going to have... We're going to have Frank go. He is going to first do his... You cannot... you're on negatives to target him with melee ability. Finesse.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
And I think I'm going to try and lock down this turf off of you.
Cool.
I have the range to concentrate bravado there, and then charge 1, 2, 3 to there. Your little gasser's already gone this turn, so Kentauroi, Corpse Candle, or McMourning could grab a marker for you. So this is my best chance at denying it. And I will target Kentauroi with a punch with my sword. You are spoopy because you have the Grave Spirit's Touch. Spoopy 11. I have, let's see, willpower 6. You know what? I don't care that much.
Yeah, fair enough.
So he will, in fact, be done.
Okay, so you have 3 models. Oh no, you have 2 models left.
I have Sly and Santiago.
All right. So this is definitely when McMourning wants to get in the action. Now the question is, do I start... I can doctor's order something back into a good position. Oops. So I can climb up here. Oh, and then I'm within charge range anyway, so I don't need to doctor's orders myself. That's good. Unless I wanted to go attack Santiago, which does feel pretty good, right? Like, then he could, like, go here, and then... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's engaging him, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I walk once, bonus action, charge, and I get 2 attacks on you.
And you discarded
and it's tying you up.
Yeah.
I haven't discarded yet.
Okay.
I'll discard the 7 to make it happen.
Okay.
And he's an enforcer, so focus seems really, really good here.
We will spend focus ourselves.
Cool. Wow.
Well then.
20 with crit strike.
I am
That's
not
a lot of my high rolls.
I am at only a 14. So that'll be 14 to 20, which is a straight flip plus with focus, so you're at a positive twist.
Positive, okay, I declare crit strike. So currently that's moderate 3. Do I want to cheat that higher? Because... Oh, it's moderate 4.
It is.
And then if I change it to... Moderate 4 versus another... yeah, I am going to cheat this.
Yep.
And make it moderate... severe of 6.
Severe of 6. I will take 5 because of my shielded.
No, precise ignores
that's
armor,
right.
hard to wound, hard to kill, and shielded. Basically everything the guild has to offer
This is true.
Um, and I'll punch you again if I
All
hit you.
right.
Sorry.
I will opt
You
to
have to
discard a
discard a
card.
card or.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I did. All right, and punch in. Wow. Okay.
Well then.
Uh, so that's another positive twist, and I'm declaring crit strike again.
Yep.
So that's moderate of 4 kills
Well,
you.
hold on. That might be because I'm at a 6. You're at a 21. That would actually be a double positive. Oh no, because
I didn't
a
focus
single
this time.
positive. That's right. Yeah, I am dead. Bloop.
That shows like McMourning can get quite wild if you can unlock those severe damages.
Oh, absolutely.
So he's another one I don't like to see henchmen with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, your go.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is have Sly activate. He is next to a piece of blocking terrain. Did I put him in the right distance? He needs escape plans within 2, so he can move up to 2. Boop, boop. And he is going to go doot, doot, doot. And he is going to claim this turf marker. He was my backup in case you got something down here. So that is going to be Sly. He has nothing to bonus action. And yeah, I have no more models to activate.
So that makes it my table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the things I got to think about here is Kentauroi is going to score catch and release, so he has to end near you.
Mm-hmm.
And how badly do I want to work to score the point this turn with Turf War, when it's never a strategy that's very easy to score very high. And this is a unique opportunity to just like nuke the hell out of you with the Corpse Curator. And I've never done that before, so I think what I gotta do is I gotta nuke the hell out of you with the Curator.
Of course.
So Kentauroi is going to try ride with me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but there is the possibility I accidentally kill you is probably the biggest issue. But we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. So ride with me on the Curator. That fails.
Mm-hmm.
Do I just stand here and punch you a bunch, and then the Curator just walks around and? Does Francisco have hard to kill?
Does he? That is a great question. The answer to that question is no, he does not. He does have Grit Hardened. Once he's at below half wounds, he gets a pseudo armor that is not armor. It reduces all damage he takes by +1.
Okay, cool. So Kentauroi is going to attack him on a minus.
Okay.
Cool, that's a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it again. And I gain 3 poison this turn because of those reactions in there.
Mm-hmm.
So the Ram's trigger is rear up, enemy models within 2 of this. Yeah, let's do it. So so this is 14 to your
6. So straight flip.
Straight flip, and then yeah, we'll declare rear up. So moderate of 3, and now you must pass a target number 13 defense duel or suffer 2 damage.
Yeah. And you provide poison on this attack?
No, because I didn't declare the infect trigger.
Okay. So I will take 1 damage after shielded goes away. From the moderate 3, and then target number was again.
Sorry, 13, I think. Yeah, 13 defense.
13 defense. I am currently failing, so I will take 1. It's what, 2 damage from rear up.
Yeah, 2 damage.
I will take it.
Cool. And then the Curator is going to activate. So he's going to walk 1, 2, 3.
You walk twice, and you're taking both walks inside the hazardous terrain.
Yeah, I'm likely going to poison you as well. So, okay, right. So first one, take a poison. Oh, sorry, charge you. Yeah. So first one, take a poison. Then I'm going to take his bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nice to get that Black Joker out of the way.
Yeah.
Now the question is, can I accidentally kill you if I charge you? And I think the answer is no. So I'm going to go ahead and charge to this position here, which gives me another poison. And I don't think I want to use focus, so let's just try punching you.
All right.
Oh, I'm on a minus because of your nifty ability.
I am.
So that's a big ol' miss.
Yep.
That's the table.
I think so. So end of the turn, we resolve conditions. I was active player, so I have to do mine first. I lose shielded. And shielded already went off on him. He loses his finesse. Bloop. And then go ahead. You would resolve yours.
McMourning heals back to full. Nurse loses a poison. Sebastian gains 2 health and loses a poison. Kentauroi goes down poison. Little gas is back to full. And Corpse Curator. Okay, so Corpse Curator has 19. 7, 10, 13, 16, 19 is 7 damage to Francisco.
Woo!
That is the dream right there.
We're going to stone to prevent 1 of that. I have armor. I prevent another 1. So I take 5.
And then I declare catch and release with the Kentauroi.
Absolutely.
Because, like, just for the viewers at home, I'll go ahead and walk through some other logic. One of the things I should have at least considered was not killing Santiago, even though I had the capability to do so. Let him live, and then I was going to score let them bleed. And I would have gained activation control next turn if I killed him. Although I've not been winning initiative, so maybe that would have been bad.
That might have been a little tricky, yeah. But not terrible. And I'm feeling pretty good right now. I am up on a strat point. I feel good that this one is not going to be as easy for you to take out, because at this point, Perdita is going to have to go deal with Mickey D's herself. Francisco, he's going to be my, like, if I can go first next turn, I need him to be the first activation. Because if he doesn't, he is simply going to die. Because at this point, you've got the attrition on me, which is really good.
Yeah. And McMourning's crew really, like, you put so much damage into my crew, and I've actually, other than Rogue Necromancy, almost everything's at full life, and I do love McMourning as an attrition crew. And I used to play him really aggressive, and I think that killed him too fast, whereas playing him a bit more cagey like this has really paid off, I think.
I think so. 100%.
I'm going to stone.
Okay. I will not.
Although, technically, yeah, I think you stone first, but I'm always impatient to declare it.
It's all good.
Well, my initiative flip is a whopping 1.
13.
Okay, well, I'm not going to contest that. What is going to happen is pass token calculation.
6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Despite everything, you still get a pass token.
Very nice.
And I think what I have to do is activate Francisco and go first.
Makes sense to me.
So Francisco's first trick is he is going to go ahead and put up finesse, because he needs something to kind of keep alive. The second thing is I think I have to kill the Curator, or you just nuke me at end of turn even if you don't hit me with anything else. So I'm going to spend a focus and punch you with my sword.
I'll use my focus, because that's why I didn't use it last time, because I'd rather have it for defense.
I am
14.
going to be at 17, showing Onslaught.
Oh, Onslaught. Okay, ordinarily I would... Wait, oh, sorry. You're on 17, did you say?
Stat 7, yep.
Letting you just onslaught my Curator is real bad, but I think I have to accept it. I mean, it's kind of done its job, so I'm happy. Go ahead.
All right, so straight flip.
Sorry, because I have a 4... Oh, you used focus.
I did.
Yeah, okay, straight flip. Yep.
Boop. Oof. That's not good. We're going to go ahead and cheat in moderate for 4.
Reduces to 3.
Yep. And then here's the second swing, or the triggered swing, 18.
First, my 15. You can have it on to minus.
Minus twist, weak of 2.
I take 1 because of armor.
I am going to discard a card and flurry into you.
Makes sense.
Kerstab.
19.
Oof. 19. Great googly moogly. How's a 20 with onslaught sound?
Not nice. So that's a single minus.
I am not a nice man. A single -2 damage.
So I take 1.
And onslaught attack. Yeah! 15?
Oh, nice. 19 again. I was like half
I
the
have
13s.
I have one more attack. So I'll take my last attack on you. 9 with
Okay.
crit strike.
So this is a big decision point for me because, like, do I want to save cards to go wild with McMourning? Because there's a very big danger that if McMourning goes in, he just dies because he's pretty squishy once he's activated. Um, and I do kind of want to get activation control by killing stuff. But I think no, I'd rather make you work, working.
So you're at a
18.
18. Well, I'll take it. I will go to a 20 with crit strike.
Seems good.
Negative twist. And there, all my severes, but you are incredibly dead.
Okay. Very
Frank
nicely
has
done.
done all his attacks that he could ever want to do, and he's done his bonus, so he is done.
Okay, so now I've lost activation control, and there's, of course, the question of, like, do I even care this turn? Do I need anything to score activation control on anything? And the answer is probably not. Then I also need to review your list for... So for Let Them Bleed, what else do I have to damage?
The
Nino's
the most expensive model is probably Nino. Nino 7, yeah. So you need Nino at half wounds and Francisco at half wounds in order to proc the first point. Sly is only 6. Abuela's 5. Yeah.
Okay, there's a very strong argument that you're down to 2 cards, and I should try to drain you of a further card, because I'm pretty sure you have Breakthrough. So let's go for the shenanigan play.
Okay.
Because I'd rather tank some stuff with McMourning. There's actually 2 shenanigan plays. So I could use the nurse to move Sebastian to try to kill the Hag Hunter. The problem is there is a good chance that you would just activate the Hag Hunter and run away. So I'm going to activate Sebastian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attempt to use my shockwave. Goes off.
Yep.
And so we need to see a duel from the Hag Hunter.
All right. Yeah. He's I think is going to fail. What is the total I need for that?
Oh, sorry. I think it's 14 move. But
14 move? Okay. And
it is 14.
Yeah. And you don't have any further actions from Sebastian this turn?
No, you're out of blood poisoning range, unfortunately.
Okay. And this shockwave only gives poison?
Yes, poison 2.
Okay, because there's a world where I kill Sebastian with the Hag Hunter, turn into a Monster Hunter, heal 2, and live. I just don't think that's maybe this world. So
I think the nurse is more likely, but yes, it could happen. Someone else could shoot Sebastian.
I'm going to go ahead and cheat to pass.
Cool. All right, well, I at least got to drain a card, even if I didn't get to deny Breakthrough. Your go.
So we're going to go with the Enslaved Nephilim, because I don't think the nurse is in range to hurt the Hag Hunter. And I need cards, and Nephilim has cards abound. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to charge McMourning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we going to charge McMourning? Because I don't think I actually get to charge him. I'm range 4 with a 0-inch engage, so I don't charge you yet. But I do walk to there. I'm going to Frightening Reminder Nino. This is going to be need a 5. It will go off. Oy vey. Boop. He'll just pop down there. He'll take a point for falling to there, because it's a 4-inch push. And then the Enslaved Nephilim will charge you. Boop. And boop. And he will hit you with his ball and chain. Step 4 against your defense.
Rude.
Yes. 13.
Black Joker.
Oh boy. I could take the Insidious Influence trigger to take the obey attack action against you with +2 mask to my final duel total. But you're a master.
That'd be amazing.
But you're a master. So here we go. I am at a 13 to your 6. Straight flip, but you're hard to wound, so I'm on negatives. Weak of 1 whole damage.
Rude.
And he's done, so he will draw a card.
That's pretty good. So, this is one of the amazing things about... Can I walk through there? No, I can't, but what I could do. McMourning's ability to just start every turn disengaged if he so desires is just so amazing. Because what he can do then is he can just hop up here. I'm going to assume Nino's worse in close combat than doing ranged. So McMourning's going to... do I want to tank a full activation of Perdita, though? I think it's... There's actually no rush, other than if Nino continues to run away. Which I think I'd rather play around. You don't have a lot of heals in your crew, so yeah. So I'm going to discard this 5 to Doctor's Orders. I'm going to spend 1 action to walk up here, and then I'm going to charge down, taking a damage. I guess I probably want to charge to, like, where I can most easily walk over here. And let's take a swing at Nino.
Nino will spend focus defensively. And he will be at a 18.
Oh, that's no good. I will attack again.
All right.
Okay, this time I got a 17.
Woo! I am at a 10 this time. I will not cheat.
So this is my last AP. There's definitely an argument that I cheat for crit strike trigger. Could you have 7 life total?
I have 6 life total. Because I took 1 for dropping.
Okay. Can you give him shielded or heal him with anything?
On Perdita's activation, I can give him shielded 1.
Okay, so you can stop it if I use poison. So I'm going to cheat this so that I'm using... Wait, you're on a 10?
I'm on a 10. 10.
Oh, so I'm already on a straight flip, aren't I?
You are.
Okay, I'll just declare infect. Sorry for that lengthy thought process. Okay, severe 5. There we go.
Takes 5. Boop, 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 boop.
And unfortunately, I did declare infect, and I can't take it back, so you gain a poison.
Was there a
discard a card to gain injured.
I think I will opt to gain injured.
Cool. The reason it matters is because if you... I guess normally you wouldn't know I have let them bleed, but now you could just let him die to the poison and I don't get let them bleed, which is also fine by me if he dies of poison.
Right.
But yeah, you're... Oh, and sorry, I healed because I successfully damaged you. Back to you.
You did. All right. So, what do we want to do with this? Because this version of Perdita, I don't have any healing in the crew. Actually, that might be a lie. I think not Sebastian. Santiago has... No, he doesn't have a way to heal. He has condition removal, which is what I was holding him back for, to try and survive a McMourning dive and then sober him up and just wipe out all that poison. But that didn't work.
Right.
I think I want to go with Perdita. Because at this point, I have to cede that Frank will live or die on his own abilities. And turfs only flip if you kill them, not if they die to condition damage. Is that correct?
I believe so, yeah, because turf says after a friendly model kills something.
Okay. So... if I do that... Oh, yeah, that's right. I can't do that just yet. Abuela is going to go. We're going to get janky with it.
Sounds good to me.
No, not Abuela. It is Nino. We will do Nino. Nino is going to start with his quick retreat bonus action. He can move forward while engaged, but can only do that while engaged. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. He is going to... Sebastian's defense what?
I assume 5, but I'll double check.
Thank you.
Yes, defense 5.
Perfect. I'm going to shoot him with my gun. Stat 5, positives built in. Bang, bang.
Red Joker.
Ooh.
So 19.
That'll miss. I will shoot him again.
Oh, wait, actually, sorry. Ooh. We may need to... Catalyst, if you activate near McMourning, you will die. Do you mind if we back up then?
I don't
I'm happy to have the
yeah.
Red Joker out of the deck.
No, we'll rewind to the start of the activation because this changes up what I was going to do.
And I'll shuffle my deck
I will shuffle mine as well since I saw what was coming. And folks listening at home, this is something that you can't really... It's harder to do this in real life than it is in virtual space, but generally speaking, if you flip a card and you have to undo the flip, it's probably the best fair play thing to shuffle your deck so that you're not going to be like, oh, I can use this information, right? There's an entire crew that does that. They're called Honeypot. If you want to do that, play them. It will be Abuela, and what Abuela is going to do is she is going to look at her card, and she's going to she's on a height 1 thing. She's size 2, so she can see Nino. She's going to concentrate and bravado. Does she have bravado? She does. This is a bravado old lady. She's going to go there, and she's going to try and obey Nino by telling him to do something. This needs an 8 to go off. And we do. He is going to take a concentrate action and bravado away from McMourning.
This is a really good demonstration of how Perdita is a problem-solving crew. Like, whatever positioning you need, Perdita can make it happen.
Yes. Yeah, that's... this is something I've seen with classic Perdita a little bit, but because it costs a card and Family Values draws a card, it's a lot tighter. Whereas this lets you do both. Because I just concentrated out of activation, Perdita draws a card. Abuela is going to do her final action. She's going to spend a focus, and she's just going to shoot McMourning with her sawed-off shotgun.
I've got cover.
Uh-huh. I am positive twist. Stat 5 versus your defense.
17. I have a 17. Oh, not a 17. 7 plus 8 is a 15. So you get 3 minuses unless you spend focus, in which case it's 2 minuses.
I spent a focus, so it's 2 minuses. So 3 cards, pick the worst. Week of 2.
Cool. And I won't stone that because McMourning likes to have a bit of damage on him.
Yep. And because I took a shot at you, I am in fact in a wheelchair. I'm on wheels after resolving a gun action. Push 3 inches away from the target. 1, 2, 3.
That's hilarious. Good flavor.
At the end of her activation, she is going to opt to discard a card for Aporel and tell the Enslaved Nephilim to concentrate, which is going to draw a card from Perdita. And Abuela's done.
Okay, so the nurse here has to consider, like, how badly does she want a shenanigan? Because she can kill Nino or Hag Hunter before they activate, which is potentially very strong. But then she will probably die, which is potentially a big deal. Mm-hmm. I could also activate down here in this bottom left if I'd rather see what Nino gets up to, which I think is probably a good plan. Like, currently, Nurse is a little bit protected from Perdita, too. She can heal up. She's got manipulative. So she generally... Yeah, so I'm going to activate the little gasser. It's going to claim this marker. And then I have to decide, like, do I just want to... I could just ignore Francisco and let him spend the rest of the game claiming that marker, which feels pretty decent. Or I could not. And I think I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to... Oh! Can I see Francisco?
I think there's a little bit of a gap, unless you meant the Kentauroi to be in base.
No, the Kentauroi is in base contact. Yeah.
Okay, then
In
Then,
which case,
mhm.
sorry, the little gasser is going to charge you because it wants to give you some free poison as well.
I
So if it
appreciate that.
charges
So
here,
nice.
um, it does mean you could flip my marker again if you really want to. What if Perdita spends her entire activation flipping the marker? I don't object. So
Mhm.
let's take a swing on a minus because I assumed you used your bonus earlier.
I did.
Cool. So I've got a 9.
I am at higher.
Cool. And then you gain a poison, which I will mark for you because I ended my activations.
I appreciate that.
Back to you.
Okay. Now Nino's out of range of McMourning, so I will activate him, and we will try shooting Sebastian.
Rude.
Positive twist.
Okay, I didn't flip the red joker this time, but I did flip an 18.
You did. So that's going to miss, and we'll go ahead and shoot you again. Spending focus this time.
Cool. This time I've only got a 12.
I have had a 17.
Okay, so you're currently double minus to a single minus.
Yes.
You could cheat one higher for straight, but if you're cheating a 13, I'm fine with that. So yep, you can have it.
I am not cheating. I'm going to declare family values. So I will nominate a person in any range of me because I'm a spotter. I'm going to choose the Enslaved Nephilim. He'll take a concentrate action. So we're going to go ahead and do the damage flip. It's a single negative. And that's moderate of 3 damage.
I think that's worth stoning, so I'm only going to take 2 damage.
Okay. So I did that.
I can't bedside manner anyway, so yep.
Well, that's my second action. The Nephilim is going to take the concentrate action for free, and that draws me a card because of Perdita. And Nino is done. I am going to hope that I did that right. And unfortunately, I didn't. I do not, in fact, have line of sight to him, but I do have line of sight to Sly. Take an action. I will opt to discard a card, and I will ask Sly to take an action with Op or L. Sly is going to take a he is going to take a walk action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to get here next to this hill. And that's Nino done.
That's some nice setting up for breakthrough. Since he can score breakthrough even if I try to stop him, I don't really want to spend the nurse's death on getting that Hag Hunter. Although actually getting the Hag Hunter out of the game feels really good. Still, I think I'd rather go with the Kentauroi.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, does the Kentauroi run off and grab markers, which feels pretty good, or do I try to finish off Francisco? I think I tried to finish him off, so I'm going to ride with me.
Mm-hmm.
Goes off. I'm going to end up somewhere, and then I'm going to stampede into... I'm going to focus stampede you, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's going to give me that straight flip that I would like to have. We each take a damage.
Thank you for getting that.
And straight flip. Wow. Okay,
Black Joker.
So I have a 11 versus your 5 or 6?
5.
Okay, so it's a straight to a positive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with that. I will declare rear up just in case. So severe of 5 because I charged.
5. It goes to 3 because of grit and armor. However, I don't think because I'm poisoned, I'm not going to stone. You will have killed Francisco.
Okay. I'm happy with that. He flips nothing because there's nothing to flip on this side of the board. Mm-hmm. And that puts it back to you.
Okay. You have a nurse left. So we're going to go with Perdita. Perdita has a very specific activation. First, she's going to intuition. Okay. So I want to do it that way. I think this is what I have to do. Is I'll put... sorry. Put that, put that, put that. My first trick is I'm going to do my summon. I'm going to on-the-job training, needing a 7 of Rams. Do not get it. I will cheat this in to get it. You're going to gain a pass token. And we are summoning in the Ghost Hunter. When the Ghost Hunter comes into play, it gains shielded and slow, and it may choose a condition and end that condition on other friendly family models within Aura 2. So we're going to
very nice.
Drop it here and end the poison condition. It has Expert Hunter, it has Quick Lesson, so it gets plus to its duels and suits. It can turn into a Monster Hunter, and it has the Runed Carved Bullets ability. When an enemy model is damaged by a friendly family model within Aura 6, if the enemy model has Incorporeal, that ability is ignored until the end phase. So basically, I get to ignore your Incorporeal. You don't have any yet, but that's okay. Perdita's next trick is she's going to walk to here. She is going to flip the marker. And then she is going to hand out Shielded to my crew with her bonus. And unfortunately, that's all she has room for. At the end of her activation, she is going to discard a card so that Nino can take a concentrate action. He is not going to bravado, but I am going to draw a card.
Very nice. Okay. So Sly needs a suit to be able to teleport. I assume you have the suit given your positioning, but I am going to force you to have it anyway. So Nurse is going to use tools for the job to pick up that 12.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm pretty sure what I want to do is something like... Oops. I want to walk. Then I now have mass to everything, so I'm going to get a bonus move if I heal, and if the heal goes off. And that heal can that push can either be this one. Yes, I'm going to walk to the first position and attempt to heal Sebastian. Goes off, heals him for 3. Wowza.
Nice.
Okay. And then I get a 3-inch push, which then coupled with my 5-inch charge. I think I'm just going to charge you here.
Mm-hmm.
Then all I have to do to kill you is hit you, so that feels pretty good. Actually, if I charge you here, then Ghost Hunter has concealing penalties at least, which feels better. So, okay, so Nurse runs up, punches you.
I'll spend focus defensively.
Okay, does my 6 hit you?
I get the red Joker.
Oh, that's real unfortunate. Okay, your activation.
All right. Well, we're going to have our this Ghost Hunter go. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's board is mine. So Ghost Hunter is going to lose a shielded to gain fast, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then charge.
Right, lose shield. Yep.
And I'm within 2 of a friendly family, so I get my sword is now my gun. It's a sword gun. It's a small gauge revolver, and I have the gunfighter ability. We're going to do build in a crit strike and stat 5 against your defense.
Very nice. I've got a 12.
I am currently not there. I will cheat and go to that's a 5, and 9 is a 14.
I'll go to a 17.
Okay. Ghost Hunter will be done at the end of its activation. It will discard a card to let the other Ghost Hunter take an action. it is going to take the concentrate action, and it will bravado towards Sebastian.
Makes sense.
1, 2, 3, 4, getting out of engagement. The Hag Hunter will activate. It will go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's no longer in 4 of you. It will drop a scheme marker. It will eat its shielded, and it will spend a focus to shoot the... Actually, that's silly. Why would I do that? I will take a damage, though, and I will go fast, and I will walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. I don't need to be near my marker, but at this point, you can't deny me the breakthrough reveal. I do activate Sly as my last model, because he does get an activation. He has gun. He gets to move 2. Can't go anywhere, so he's just going to be there. He's going to go like this. Because get a little bit further away from McMourning. We're going to try False Claim. And we get the teleport. Beautiful. I need to be within an inch of blocking terrain. And I don't think we ever established whether these coffins are blocking or just the severe that it says here.
It assumes severe, but the wall itself is blocking,
that
so
is true.
You are definitely within. And the turf war marker is blocking as well.
Yeah, so we'll have to be within an inch of one when I land. So I'm going to drop a marker here. I'm going to drop a marker here under myself, and then I'm going to jump to here. And then we're going to look at his card again. That was the sneak away trigger.
Yeah, Guild having a mini secret passage is really good news.
Yeah, we kind of needed it. I say we as if I'm a Guild player. I think we're going to... There's no point shooting McMourning, you'll just heal. There's no point in shooting the nurse. So I think I'm just going to go... yeah, I'm just going to false claim again. Boop. That'll fail. Okay. Oh. So I think that's the turn.
Yep.
I'll lose
You'll lose
shielded.
Marker.
Yep, I'm going to take away this one. You will get a strategy point. I have 2 strat markers, so I will get a strategy point.
I'm just going to take a moment to do all my poisons.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, poisons are sorted.
I am going to reveal breakthrough. Score it. And remove that marker. Yeah. Excuse me.
Discard all these good cards from my hand.
Mm-hmm. Shuffle. And draw hand. Bloop. I'm going to get rid of this stuff.
I want to stone for cards. I don't think that would be unreasonable. Yeah, I'm going to stone for cards. Wait, what am I doing? That goes into my hand. Not. Okay.
I saw nothing.
Okay. It's all right. I'm going to discard that too. I just drew anyway.
Oh, and you reveal let them bleed. Reveal point.
No, because you don't have...
Oh, that's right, because you killed Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh. Sly saves the day, getting up there.
Yeah. I was thinking of revealing, not killing him just so I could get the point, but then I figured that would deny me turf war points later, so...
Yeah. What to do?
Oh, yeah, and then I'm ready for initiative flip when you are.
I think I'm going to say I am ready. Yeah.
Hey, I have a 2, and you were you won initiative last round, so you have to cheat first.
I
I'm going to
do.
have +2 to whatever I do.
You do. I am not going to cheat.
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
So,
4, 5, 6, 7 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'll get 2 pass tokens back.
excellent. Okay, so I'm going to go first. And I feel like there is a lot of merit in just... the problem is, like, I'm being too killy and just wiping stuff out before. So let's figure out how summons apply to let them bleed.
I don't
So
think
for the
they're
first point,
counted.
it doesn't, they're ignored, and for the second point, they're ignored. Okay, so the only valid is enslaved Nephilim is insignificant, I assume?
I believe he is. He is insignificant. So the only models. So you have to go after Abuela, basically, if you want to get let them bleed. Oh no, I'm sorry. You have to go after Sly if you want let them bleed.
Cool. I'm just thinking when Nino dies, because at this point you can just shoot him yourself to deny it if you were really. Although I guess it, yeah.
I could,
There's
but I want to make you work for it.
Yeah. So the other thing is McMourning could charge Nino, kill him, and hop up there and attack Fly. Then it's just... Oh yeah, because if I kill Nino, you lose a turf war marker. Oh, that's real good. Okay, so I'm going to activate McMourning. He's going to charge as long as I'm within 8 of... Yeah, so I'll charge to there.
We're going to spend our focus.
And let's do the punch. Wow. Okay, I kind of wish that I'd been on the next attack.
There you go. So I'm at a
21.
15.
21, so that's a straight flip. I declare infect just in case, not that it will matter. That's a kill.
Yep. Which one would you like to neutralize?
I'll neutralize this one on the top right.
Okay.
Then I am going to use Rancid Transplant on Sly 6 shots.
Who is going...
Within 5 meters. He's using his focus?
He is. Now, are you drawing line of sight through concealing terrain?
Oh, damn, I am. That was really... do you mind then if I position
You would have positioned not to do that, because it's so close.
Oh, although I think, actually, I will have to regardless, right? Because...
No, you had the range to get it so you didn't have to go through the concealment.
Oh, excellent. Oh, yeah, so here I don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, so that's... Alright, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Rancid Transplant. You use focus, I believe, so you have positive.
Yeah.
I have a 18 against defense with on your heels.
Defense, you say?
Yes.
Just a moment. So I have the squeal trigger built in, which is after resolving, this model may move up to 3.
Yes, so you'll get to move 3 after I land.
Okay, so yeah, because it's your turn, you would resolve your trigger, then I would resolve my trigger.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I would declare squeal.
Okay, I can transfer poison from the nurse. I don't think I want to. 1, 2. So if you have 8 poison, that's 3 damage at the end of the turn. That's not quite what I want. So, okay, so I'm gonna hop up here, and you gain injured and poison 2.
Yep.
And then you may squeal.
I am going to squeal this way. Doot, doot, doot.
Okay, and then I'm going to use Doctor's Orders, because I've done 1 charge, 1 Rancid Transplant. This is my bonus. I'll get right up in your business again, and I'll punch you.
All right. I'll spend my focus defensively.
Damn, I screwed up. I'm going to stone for crit strike. I have a 13, and you're on -1 defense.
I am currently on a 12 -1, which is 11. I think I'm going to have to take it. Oh, you have a higher stat than I am on my resist stat, so I gained a shielded when you targeted me because of flinch, because I'm also
Oh
kin.
no.
And I will gain a second shield when you target me this way. So go ahead, I will declare my squeal.
Okay, and you're on what's your total?
My total is 4 minus 1 plus 8, 11.
11. Okay, so if I go to a 17 will be enough. I'll cheat this. So that's a straight flip with crit strike. So that's 6 damage.
I'm at 1. Because it's
Gosh darn
shielded.
it.
Oh, no, you ignore shielded. You ignore shielded, don't you?
Oh, yes, I do ignore shielded.
So
Whoops.
I am dead. Which one
I
will
could
neutralize the
cheat
middle?
that down, but I guess I won't.
Do you
Yeah,
want
okay.
to? Do you want to cheat it down?
No, I don't. I don't know. I think
Okay.
I just accept I'm not scoring. Let them please this game.
Okay.
Although all I need to do is injure one more model and then I can score it. So maybe it'll be okay.
Maybe. Alrighty. Well, I am definitely in a bit of a pickle right now. I think what we're going to do is... Yeah, because you just killed 2 of my models in a single activation.
Yeah, he's a bit of a monster.
He is. No, he absolutely is. I think what we have to do is... I think I have to give up on getting any more turf points at this point.
Seems reasonable.
Because I don't...
I think turf is a game where you always have to give up on it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen someone just smoothly get 4 unless they just table the opponent.
Yeah. So I think what we're going to do is... I think it's Perdita time. She's going to look at the top 3. Sebastian, his defensive kit. I'm looking at his card now. Ruthless, hard to wound. That's about it. I think I just have to accept that you've got this quarter. Nothing I can do about that. I also know that you have let them bleed. I don't know that, but I know that. I could try and catch and release. What's the second point of that? Second point is on the enemy table half, not engaged, gain a VP. Yeah, you're going to get full points for catch and release because I can't engage with the fight and stop your Kentauroi. And you've gotten 1 strat point. So if I keep focusing on my breakthrough and my other scheme, I will be okay. That's what I'm thinking. So what we're going to do is Perdita is still going because I still have to, resolve that activation. We're going to... What do I want to do with that? Yeah. Because I think I have to kill Sebastian. Because your nurse is not currently in a position to score the turf marker this turn. And that helps lock you at 1 turf. You do not have cover where you are currently. So we're going to go ahead and do... I think we'll do it this way. Doot. No, we'll do it this way. Doot. Okay. Thank you for your patience. We are
That's
going
right. The
to...
intuition turns take so long to plan because you have to think through the whole activation.
Oh, yeah. We're going to custom Peacebringer Sebastian. This is stat 6 against your defense.
Cool. So I've got a 12.
I am currently at a 10. I'm going to cheat in and go to a 19 with stagger.
Ooh, so my nurse can't move him. That's going to be real rude. I think that... Okay, because you're still on, what, 12 to 19. So it's single neg.
Goes to double neg because hard to wound.
Oh, no, sorry. 12 to a 19 would be a straight.
It would be a straight, but yeah, it's a single negative, yeah.
Yeah. All right, you can have it.
All right. That'll be moderate.
No,
4.
Mod 4?
Yeah.
That's real bad news.
And you're staggered. Okay, Dita is then going to look at her card. Halfway there. While we're thinking about it, we'll bonus action to give shielded to these models. We'll go ahead and shoot Sebastian again. Stat 6 versus your defense. Hey!
13.
I think she's hit the red Joker every turn. Except maybe turn 1.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
I think we'll go for silver bullets so that you can't heal Sebastian if I don't kill him.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
So
13, right, so it's a minus from hard wound.
Yep. Weak of 2.
Cool. No healing.
And we'll do our final shot. Bang.
Well,
13.
I mean, what else do I need to achieve this turn? I think I'd rather drain a high card than... If you're on 13, I'll go to 16.
I'll let you.
Nice.
She'll be done. She'll discard a card to ask the Nephilim to take a concentrate action. It will. It doesn't gain any focus, but it still took the concentrate action and draws a card with a Porel. She's done.
Okay. I don't really want your ghost hunters to just, or your hunters to just use me to upgrade Sebastian. Which is likely to happen. I might be able to just run in and charge, because you suffer from friendly fire, right? So I could charge here, which does ruin things a bit, but it does mean now at least you have to use your ghost hunter there, who is not currently engaged by the nurse, unfortunately. Oh wait, I'm staggered.
You are staggered.
That's not going to work. Okay, well if I'm staggered, that's really the only thing I can do. Is it until the end phase I cannot heal? Is that correct?
That is correct.
So I can heal in the end phase.
I believe that's correct.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I run away. Back to you.
All right. So the nurse, you say, is not engaging the ghost hunter.
Fortunately not. She's 0-inch engage. You still do have friendly fire from the hag hunter because of... And the ghost hunter both suffer friendly fire, which I think is...
Just thinking of what I would like to do here. I think I would like the Enslaved Nephilim to go. Excuse you, puppy. My dog just made a snort noise. I'm going to try and obey Abuela. I'm going to lower focus for positive twist. Hey, and I hit it. Abuela's going to take a walk action and go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do my push on Perdita. It goes off. Perdita will push away from me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the Nephilim is going to attempt to obey the little gasser. I'm going to spend a focus. I'm currently sitting at a 17.
I have 7 plus a bit. I'm not going to cheat.
Okay. I do not have my target number because I don't have the mask.
Cool.
Nephilim is done, and I draw a card. because of Nefarious Pact. And I
Okay.
think my doggies want to go outside, so would you mind if we took a 5-minute break?
No, that sounds good. I'll be right back as well then.
Pausing recording. And we're back. And I believe it was your activation.
Okay, I'm going to pass token, partially because I just need some time to think, and also I don't want Nurse's Manipulative to go down, so your activation.
That is understandable. We are going to have Hum Bum Bum. I think we have Abuela go. Okay. And I think she'll go. Do we go with Abuela? No. Can I get... Spent so much time thinking on what to do here. Yeah. I kind of want to have Abuela go. She is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She's not in range to do that. She's going to try telling the Enslaved Nephilim to do something. I need an 8. That is not an 8. So I will cheat in this. The Nephilim is going to take a walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hello, cat. Abuela is then going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then at the end of her activation, I will discard a card to Aporel the Nephilim to concentrate, and then I will draw a card from Perdita. Abuela is done.
Good. Excellent. Okay, well, I just was waiting on her to activate so that I could do some shenanigans.
Shenanigans!
Okay, so if I ride with me the little gasser, I can easily get into position for her. Then the question is, what does the Kentauroi want to do? The fun answer, of course, would be to go harass you and like attack and stuff. Oh wait, Enslaved Nephilim has an engagement range, I assume?
0 inch.
0 inch. Okay. I'm going to hope you can't push him around.
I don't know. Perdita's a bit of a bossy boss. You know, she's
Yeah.
a little she can be a little pushy.
Lol. Ghost Hunter could conceivably do it, but I can't imagine you would give up breakthrough opportunities to do that. So, yeah, right. The other thing I could do is I could go get that extra distance quite substantially, right? And then, yeah, that just feels a lot better in general, I guess. Now, I'm going to ride with me.
Okay.
That's my first thing I do. That's not enough, but this is. Move to that location. Delete these models. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your activation.
Okay. I think we are going to your manipulative with little nurse lady. So I am going to have the ghost hunter walk away.
Yep. Doesn't even need a disengage because I am not engaging.
Actually, are you within? You're within 14, so I'm going to concentrate and bravado towards Sebastian.
Oh no, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. I will then spend focus to shoot Sebastian.
Rude.
Yep, stat 4 only because I don't have a friend nearby.
I have an 11.
I also have an 11 showing crit strike.
I've got a 15.
I have a 15 showing crit strike.
Cool. So 4 cards, I believe.
I did focus, so 3 cards. Because focus negates your hard to wound.
Yep, makes sense to me.
That is weak for, I think, 2.
Because of the crit strike.
Yep. Let me double check.
I lose the turf war marker. That's very disappointing.
Sorry, 1 sec. Before you drop him. Yes, it is 2 damage. I have a Fistful of Scrip. After this model kills an enemy model, it may drop a scheme marker into base contact with the killed model. So I'll drop that here.
And then it replaces and gains slow and shielded.
So now it becomes Ghost Hunter, gains slow, gains shielded. It had shielded. It is a replace. We'll replace towards this side. And just add that in. And then looking at the Ghost Hunter upgrade, because it is attached to the new model, I can choose a condition and then end that condition on other friendly family models within 2. I don't have any conditions to remove. I'll just choose poison arbitrarily. So that happened. Unfortunately, because fortunately, because I did that with my second action, I don't have a third, because slow reduces my total, and I am done. At the end of my activation, though, and actually I would have, if it's alright with you, I'll replace so I'm there within 6 of Abuela, so that I can op or L. I will discard this card. Abuela will concentrate. And I will draw a card from Perdita. Holy guacamole. Okay.
That's pretty good. Okay, well, given that I can no longer score turf war this turn, Little Gasser is just going to run away so he can score it next turn.
That makes sense. I have another hunter. That hunter is going to go and is going to drop a marker.
Very nice.
And is going to be done.
Okay, so my table.
Mm-hmm.
1 inch engage on the ghost hunters, I assume.
Yep.
Okay, so Nurse is going to pick up this 10, discard this 5. Probably going to attempt to heal herself. Goes off with the Tomes trigger. Heals for that much. I gain a focus. Then she's going to charge. Can she? She could potentially. Let's see. So that's 3, 4, 5. She can't get a charge lane on Abuela, unfortunately. She's going to charge to here.
Mm-hmm.
You use that focus to try to punch you.
All right. Black Joker.
Oh, that's what we like to see. That's a point for me, hopefully.
That's going to be 6 total.
Okay, I have 16, so straight to a positive. And I have a crow, I have a ram, and I have a toe. But I only have crow. So I think I'm going to take the stun trigger.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, just push you into me. Okay, so straight to a positive flip is 3 damage.
I will stone to prevent.
Oh yeah, I should have given you the poison just in case you stoned too hard.
I do take it. I am stunned.
Excellent. Oh, sorry. I was marking it as well. There we go. And that's the turn, I think.
I think so. End of turn, poison stuff happens. I do have Deadly Pursuit. So I am going to, on the Ghost Hunter, where do I want you to go? You currently have, you'll be manipulative, so I'll be on negatives, and that's not the best if I wanted to go after the nurse. So if I go this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, now I can threaten your little gasser and maybe prevent you from getting the turf marker. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And I don't have shielded anymore. Okay. Clear moved. And you've resolved your poison.
Yes, I've lowered poison on everyone, and everyone was full health, I think. Perfect. Oh, except McMourning should actually... I think he's on 9 poison now.
Okay.
It's like, oh, he doesn't have poison, but no, it's...
Okay. Well, good stuff.
I'll shuffle up. I'll discard this 10.
Shuffle. I'll discard the 6. I'll keep the others.
That's not good news. And I'm ready for initiative when you are.
I am injured on Perdita. I will spend my last stone for cards. That goes away, that goes away. Got a 7.
Cool, your choice.
All right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 models to your 1, 2, 3, 4 models. So I will opt to go first.
Cool.
And what I'd like to do is I am going to have the so I was like, I'm going to go first. And I'm like, what am I going to do with the first?
You can swap if you want me to go first.
No, I am okay going first. I think I will get Perdita's activation out of the way.
Sounds good.
Perdita's or Abuela's? Abuela, do you have Gunfighter? You do not, in fact, have Gunfighter. Okay. Nurses have Don't Mind Me?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
No, the original Rezzers didn't have any Don't Mind Me effects.
Okay. I think let's secure Breakthrough with the... Okay, yeah. We will Perdita. We're going to start with the Intuition. Okay. This is what we'll do. We're stunned, so we don't get triggers. Nurses are hard to wound?
Nope, just manipulative.
Just manipulative. Okay. So Pulse Out Shield doesn't do anything for me. So we're going to concentrate, and then we're going to spend concentrate to shoot the nurse through manipulative.
Oh.
I have a 17.
So if I'm with crits... Oh, you can't do triggers.
No triggers.
So you can't kill me with this attack regardless. You will possibly be able to on the next one. So you could do max 5 damage. I mean, that's pretty bad for me. But yeah, you can have it. So against my 8 with your 17 is a straight to a positive.
Straight to a positive. And severe 5.
Ouch.
And we'll shoot once more, and we'll be on negatives. Got an 8.
I have an 8.
Oh, okay. No.
I'll cheat to a 9.
Okay. We're going to look at her card. Well, we're going to discard a card to Aporel. We're going to ask the bravest Nephilim to take a charge action.
They can even take charge action.
It's take a action.
Oh, that's so good.
And we're going to spend a focus to punch you with our ball and chain to get around manipulative. Yes!
Okay, well, I'll do it.
Yes! That is a 18.
To my 7, so it's a positive flip.
I will declare...
So 2 positive, 3 cards.
Yes. I will declare Insidious Influence, so I get to obey you on the off chance that I Black Joker this. You said 3 positives?
2 positives, I think. 1 from the duel and 1 from focus.
Yep, so 3 cards. Not the Black Joker. Please take 3
Real
damage. Bam!
Okay. I mean, I feel that's pretty reasonable. The entire master activation... Wait, that wasn't a trigger, right? Okay,
no, that was just the end of her activation. However, it doesn't draw a card because it's not a concentrate. So she's done.
Cool. All right. Well, there's quite a decent argument that McMourning should go kill your Hag Hunter. Because if I kill your Hag Hunter, I can maintain activation control. Right? So that's just to be like Dr. Sor 5, 10, 14, and then charge. Yeah, so I'll activate McMourning. I'll run over here and so that's Doctor's orders. Walk charge is 19 inches total, so he could move even further.
Yeah.
And he's gonna stab attack.
I'm spending focus to get a positive. Hey, 17.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'll cheat to a 19.
You got me.
With the trigger, of course. So that's minus flip. Thankfully, I didn't Black Joker because that would have been hilarious. So you're dead.
Bloop. All right.
Your activation.
All right. I will have, I think, Abuela go. Abuela's going to tell the Ghost Hunter to listen up, youngin. Needs an 8. Gets it. The Hunter is going to take an interact action, drop a scheme marker in your deployment zone, not within 4 of another scheme marker. She is going to take an action herself to interact and drop a scheme marker. And then she is going to run away.
You've gone really overboard on that deathbed. That's pretty good.
It's called redundancy.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, I'm not going to try to Hail Mary that at all. I'm going to claim a turf war marker up here.
Sorry, we're going to... The intent is to end her walk like here. She's only moved... Is she only moved 4? Yeah, she's only moved 4, so she actually went like here. From there, so that I can discard a card. Oh, I can't do that to him. Yeah, I'll discard a card. Sorry, I'm almost done. The totem will concentrate out of activation and draw a card.
Cool.
So,
Little Gasser is going to activate. It's going to claim the turf war marker. It's going to move to a position that you can't see it through the dense forest.
Yep.
And back to you.
Okay. We're going to see if the legend continues. The Enslaved Nephilim is going to walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that he doesn't have concealment targeting the Kentauroi. And we're going to try and obey you. Yep, terrifying. He passes. Spending focus. I have currently a... Sorry. I have an 11.
Which is not enough for the TN. I'm not going to cheat.
Unfortunately, I don't have it either. And we'll go ahead and just... Frightening Reminder... Perdita. I don't know. Frightening Reminder Perdita. Goes off. She'll go 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think this ends in a tie, but let's see. I'm pretty sure Monster Hunter can't get across the table to me, so I'll pass token just in case, though.
Well, let's see here. Monster Hunter. Let's see what you can do. The Monster Hunter is going to start with its bonus action, Creep Along. Cheating that. So I creep along. I go towards a friendly model in my line of sight. I'm going to creep along towards the Enslaved Nephilim because I have to be able to see the stinky stinks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you're going to have... I think I'm not going to be able to see you. That is moving the model. Come on. That is correct. I am not going to be able to see the model. So we're going to undo a few of those moves. Alright. We're going to 1, 2, 3 towards Abuela. We're going to then walk up 1, over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fall and drop. We'll drop on this side. Idea being I'm in concealment, so I can draw a line of sight out of the concealment. You have the benefit of concealment because none of my lines of sight are going through less than a thing, and you had the benefit of cover. I have a sliver on the outside, it looks like to me.
All right, so flipping cards.
Oh boy.
Oh, if that worked, this might be the win for
10?
you.
I'm sorry. I'm within 2 of a friendly model, so I get +1 to my stat. So I'm at 6 + 4 is 10.
And I have a 5, so you're still on the minus.
I'm on
because
a
of
minus.
the cover. Oh, another minus, so
double
2
minus.
minuses.
The only thing worth it here is family values, so I'll take it. 3 cards, pick the worst. Week of 2.
Cool.
And I think that will be the cookie crumbles.
Kentauroi does ride with me, claim the marker, run to over here, and then we each end on 6 points, I believe, because I get my second turf.
Get your second turf. I get my second breakthrough.
I get let them bleed. You get your death edge.
Score. 1. Both on 5, I think you mean.
Oh yeah, both on 5. Yes.
Yeah. Great game.
Good game. Yeah, did a great job with Perdita's juggling the models around and everything. And it's just such a schemy crew now. Like it could just do so much.
I am very impressed. For
Yeah.
sight unseen, I was not sure what she wanted to do. So I'm blanking a little bit just because of the game, and I know we've had a couple of viewers. So Dave, did you want to say anything as an observer of the game?
Not really. I mean, it was very cool, but I always feel like there's a lot of what Perdita could do before. She just didn't have the ablative troops to do it previously,
That's fair.
But it was cool. I also didn't pay huge amounts of attention, so there's that.
Fair enough. I liked your tech with the corpse curator. That was fun and cute. It still boggles my mind how high conditions can get stacked now.
Yeah.
Like I was talking with my brewmaster game the other day, where the entire crew just had like a butt ton of it. Captain Shin Chan, he was talking to me about how he got fingers to 20 something poison in Brew 2 just to draw cards. It's a wild thing.
Yeah, like you could get. I mean, it'd be pretty trivial to get like the curator to the point where he's one-shotting masters.
Hmm.
Um, it just is a bit all in. Although, actually, since you didn't have any offensive condition removal, I was kind of tempted to
Well, I
just be
did.
like,
I did have
"Oh, you
offensive
did,
condition
right?
removal. I had it on Santiago, and then you
Oh,
murked
that's
him.
right." Yeah, and that's why people are like, "Oh, but you can take poison removal against McMourning." And it's like, well, it turns out McMourning's really good at murdering support models. So,
He
like, you don't
is.
have the poison removal for very long.
Yeah,
Um,
and he's not even like a super support model stat line. Like he's a good
yeah,
skirmisher. He just happens to have condition removal.
yeah.
No, I think I really messed up
I will. I will
splitting.
say Santiago's fate right there was exactly what Santiago does in every game I've ever seen him in.
Fair.
Yeah, he's in that weird spot where people are like, "Oh, it's an 8 health enforcer. I'm gonna kill that." Like,
Hmm.
kind of similar to Sebastian, except like Sebastian died, and he never left my deployment zone even, and he still died. Like, and he's a henchman, so he was stoning to stay alive, and like, I
Yeah.
think that just cost range of model tends to die.
Yeah, and I mean that's a thing about this game, right? Every model can die.
Yeah,
I
except
have
Grave Golem.
Well, yes, except Grave Golem. But even then, Grave
Yeah,
Golem
can happen.
can
Yeah,
die in the right situations if you can ignore demise.
yeah.
But I mean, not to be too pedantic about it, but I find that a model that dies when you want it to is preferable to a model that quote doesn't die.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I agree.
So
Models that can do something worthwhile before dying
yeah,
or while dying.
yeah, and
Yeah, because it eats your opponent's AP to kill you, right? And
right.
cards.
Like Papa Loco did so much work.
Oh my
He killed
gosh.
Papa
my
Loco is the
Necromancy.
all-star of that crew, man. He
Yeah.
always is. Everyone, I look at him like he's not that good, and then he whoops my butt every time I see him.
Yeah, like he makes me wish I had taken Vincent just so I could have shot him to death.
Oh, Vincent, why not? Oh, well, yeah, I was gonna say maybe Anna because she can shoot him
Yeah.
back better and prevents me dropping pistoleros near you.
Yeah, well, Vincent can also threaten one-shotting the pistoleros if I have crows, which can be nice. But
If Anna hits moderate, she one shots the pistoleros.
I guess that's true. Like,
I mean, yes, please stone for execute against my 4 stone model.
oh no, like I would definitely just use like cheating crows because like you're probably not going to stop me from hitting them.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
but yeah, and then like the severe terrain, yeah, I think Anna's better. But then like Perdita, there's never a point where I can stop you entirely from summoning either. Like
Yeah.
I just don't think anti-summon tech is worth it against Perdita too.
No, I concur. I don't think it is. And like the summons outside of the cute Death Marshal recruiter stuff, which I'm not like super sold on. Like, yes, it's very good. It does require your opponent to work with you a little bit unless you want to spend your own AP killing your own models, which is never efficient.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know. I just like the idea of playing the pure family keyword.
Yeah, and I think like this was a perfect example of like you summon 8 stones, they scored you 2 points, which is like pretty insane. Like, and so basically 2 AP from your master, and you had the Rams every time, and it scored you 2 points. And after that, I think you start to see diminishing returns because you couldn't have really scored the other scheme with them that easily. Like you already had that scheme under lockdown, and they can't do the strategy, so I think they have quite severe diminishing returns.
Yeah.
And like they were also doing decent threatening killing power. Like Sebastian wouldn't have ever been in trouble if not for your summons. So I think like that was a really good balance.
Yeah, I mean it's astonishing what happens when they're near other family. Like once you bump them to being 5 stat across the
built-in
board
suits,
with built-in
just like-
crit strike, it's like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. They just
Excuse me.
And of course then the threat of if they kill something they upgrade into a better model is also like quite annoying.
And drop a scheme marker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like Monster Hunters being a stat 6 2 4 5 built in give someone focus and draw a card with these upgrades, you really don't want to be letting these pistoleros kill anything.
Yeah.
But then
yeah,
it turns them into a viable offensive threat, and then they still have the ability to go reckless with all the shielded that Perdita's putting out at 12 inches.
yeah, that's really good. And the shielded was really messing with like my projectile vomits, and so like that was part of why the rogue necromancy had to come in. And then also, when I'm not playing Molly, I don't know how to deal with crews that like do scheme marker schemes, because I'm like, oh my god, like you're scoring the scheme now, and what do I do to stop you? I almost took breakthrough myself, but I think letting them bleed and catch and release was the right call. And I think I should have just stopped killing models as fast as I did, so I could have gotten the first point of catch and let them bleed.
That's hard. You know, it's hard with let them bleed, because if you do tip your hand early enough, then yeah, you're right. I could go ahead and just like, oh, I'll just pop, Francisco and kill him, or one of my other models. This pool was tricky. Like, I knew going in that I was not going to have a minion, so you would know right off the bat I'm not doing catch and release.
Yeah.
Like so in the crew set, in the phase where I revealed guild, you revealed resurrectionists. Were you playing McMourning because of the strategies and schemes, or were you playing McMourning because of the pool? Not the pool. Guild.
I was torn between for this pool. I was torn between McMourning and Jackdaw, because those are two I want to practice that I think are really good for this pool. And this kind of confirmed that this pool is really good for McMourning in my mind. Like, he's like offering a lot of pressure on many fronts, and I quite like it. I thought Jackdaw was the appropriate choice due to the terrain. Was just like that those forests I thought were a pain, but it turns out they weren't as bad as I thought. Like the first two turns they were annoying, and then after that they were actually just massive assets for me. But I declared McMourning because his precise negates pretty much all of the defensive tech of Guild, and I was pretty sure I wanted to play McMourning 1, although of course I was willing to swap that. And when I saw Perdita, I did think, oh, maybe I should swap to McMourning 2, because like the rogue necromancy, like you get plastic surgery, the rogue necromancy's attack onto things that just murder all the models. Worked really well. But then I also wanted to try out McMourning 1, and I think like if you were a more elite version of Guild, I think McMourning 1 just wrecks. And so I think, yeah, like McMourning, I think is a really good pick into Guild. You have a bit of condition removal, like Guild Steward, etc., but I don't think McMourning's that worried if the Guild Steward wants to run up and start removing conditions. Like, that seems fine. And it's the thing that really scares him is anti-healing. And like, and I didn't realize Perdita 2 herself had anti-healing, because oh my god, that was so bad for me. Like, who just completely functions off of healing from McMourning 1. So I think in the future I would 100% take McMourning 2 into Perdita specifically, because that crew isn't as reliant on healing. It has other tricks.
I will say when we did the reveal for McCabe and McMourning, we didn't even key on plastic surgery, rogue necro onto things. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I had a game against Josh from DC the other day, and he was like, okay, my zombie Chihuahua now has the attack on the rogue necromancy. Have fun. And I was like, this totem's been useless in every game of McMourning I've played after turn 1, except for healing, and now you're sending it in to do 7 damage.
Yeah.
Bananas.
And I had my last time I played against Perdita 2, I did 6 pouncing strikes between McMourning stealing the rogue necromancy's attack and the rogue necromancy itself. So that was like 12 attacks hitting, I think it was. And so yeah, he took 36 damage over the course of the turn just from rogue necromancy attacks.
Great googly moogly. Yeah.
And the zombie Chihuahua with Curator as well, because
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes you can't wait till the end of turn, and the zombie Chihuahua can just blood poison the Curator, and it does a burst of 5 damage,
Mm-hmm.
which is like, to be honest, more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's another. So I think Curator was like a big boon to this crew. But yeah, McMourning too with his plastic surgery is
Really good.
yeah.
Yeah. I admit I was expecting number 2. And I was going to probably play a little bit tighter of a ball of a crew if you had. I got greedy and split a little more than I should have when I saw your crew. Because I wanted to throw my tough stuff right here to meet your Kentauroi, and I figured your rogue would probably try and go that way or this way. I don't know. I think you did a better deployment than I did overall.
I think it actually worked out really well for you because I think the number one way that McMourning 1 loses games is if he spends a lot of time walking, and
Mm-hmm.
you being so spread out really forced him to like he was really having to jump through hoops to like land his attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're just a big ball in the center, he just runs in and stabs everything.
That's fair.
So I think both versions of McMourning really prefer enemies that like bundle up and let them just like spam attacks.
Mm-hmm. And then you get your aura pulse of poison and damage from poison. That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, great game, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming on. And
Yeah.
hey, you have a great rest of your day. And there's an event coming up. I'm going to post the link in the video. The event's going to signups close like in 2 days as of the time of this recording. But folks, if you see this in time, please sign up. It's going to be a Vassal event before the end of the season, or it's the postseason, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. But it's Vassal. Come play. There's good people there. Any shout outs you'd like to do before we call it?
Just like, yeah, as you say, this October event coming up is really, really good. It's not for placings or anything, so it's just a casual, fun thing, and it's really great practice. And my favorite thing about it is that you play people all over the world, so it is completely different from the people I play here in New Zealand, and I get a very different experience of the game, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm here on the east coast of the U.S. You're down there in New Zealand, and we just had a great game of Foe. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for having me.